Spalding. Let's see what we had to eat, shall we? This is Everyday Man 2K. Please put your screen on full view. Please put your screen on full view. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. As you can see on screen right now, this is the beginning setup of my day of grilling at the park. Just in full disclosure to let you know, I am an engineer and I have an engineering degree from the University of Alabama. Roll Tide Roll. Now, I like to implement my engineering skills not only in workplaces but also in everyday life. I live by the motto to begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. And if you look on screen now, you can see that's just what I've done in terms of setting up my day of grilling at the park. I begin with the end in mind. That first table there is the major setup of where the food was stored in the cooler with charcoal and whatnot to begin the big process of grilling. That second table next to the first on the back is where I have my seasonings and sauces set up. Once I get the meat from the cooler, I bring it over to the second table with the plate. I season my meat, oil it down, put sauces on it, put it in a pan, and get my utensils ready to put it on the grill. So as you can see, the way I set up here, I begin with the table with the cooler, move over to the table with the seasoning and sauces, and then I shift over back to the grill where I start my grilling and I put the meat on the fire. So you can see the way it flows from table one to table two to the grill, okay? Again, I'm a person that likes to begin with the end in mind. And I like to think things all the way through. And this is the one thing that Shakira would tell you, that she is attracted to me because I'm a thinking man, and I have an ability to solve her problems. And that's one thing that she would even tell you that turns her on to me, that she has a man that can think things through and solve her problems and know that I always got her back. She knows that I always got her back. I can solve her problems. And at the end of the day, I am her Big Poppy. And she loves it. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. This is at table two. This is the table where I do my seasonings and sauces. So this is the ribeye that I cut up. Again, this was only $6.99 a pound from wildfork.com. I put a little adobo seasoning that has garlic salt and black pepper and whatnot. I put a little olive oil on it to make it tender, and also some teriyaki sauce to give it a better taste to it. So that's adobo, cracked black pepper, olive oil, as well as teriyaki seasonings on the ribeye steaks. Okay, on this side, similar, I seasoned the drumsticks. Again, this was 79 cents a pound at Wild Fork. Put a little vinegar, a little oil, olive oil, adobo seasoning, and black pepper, salt as well. Okay, so on the left side, you should see, I like to put toppings on my steaks. I love mushrooms and onions. And so that's what I decided to put on there this time. Put a little olive oil, put a little adobo seasoning again on it. And on the right is where the grilling began. Now, the steaks were pretty thick, so I decided to do the drumsticks first and got them going halfway. So halfway between cooking the drumsticks is when I added the ribeye, because I had it cut up. So the timing worked out perfectly. By the time the drumsticks were done, because they were so thick, the ribeye steaks were done as well. So I kind of timed it perfectly. It took maybe an hour or so, but everything turned out pretty good. And this is the final product, y'all. This is a plate with my knife and fork. And of course, I couldn't figure out which I wanted, the drumsticks or the steak. So you know what I did? I set myself up to a point where I can't lose. I had a little bit of both. So this is a ribeye steak topped with onions and mushrooms, as well as a piece of a drumstick marinated in teriyaki sauce and adobo seasoning. I also brought some lettuce. You can see a lettuce with carrots and onions. I think that's romaine lettuce and ranch dressing. And to wash it all down, I have some of the best water in the world. That is Voss water, VOSS. I'm not for sure if you ever had Voss water, but if you have it, then you are missing out on life. Shakira and I are both fascinated. We are absolutely fascinated by the refreshness of Voss water. Now, it's a little bit expensive, more expensive than your average bottled water, but believe me, it's worth it. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final product of grilling out with Ebony Man 2K. This is the day I decided to do ribeye steaks, drumsticks, salad, and Voss water. All right. Now we can move to a slideshow. I can show you not only the food that I ate, but also some of the surroundings of the park that I spent time at on that day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it.